You ever start a plan full of energy, full of motivation? You think now this is the time where I'm actually going to start improving. But then 2 days later, you're back to scrolling on your phone, start skipping workouts again. And then you wonder, where did all of this motivation go? Where did all of this energy go? I've been there too. Consistency isn't easy. And it's not because you are weak or because you are lazy. It's because your brain is fighting against you. Your brain is hardwired to stay in comfort. It wants to be comfortable. It doesn't want to expend all of that energy. But once you understand all of this, everything starts to change. In this video, I'll break down why you struggle to stay consistent and give you a step-by-step process on how to actually fix that. I'll go over the emotional triggers that kill your habits, the environment you need to actually support your good habits, and the habit loops that will start making consistency automatic. Follow these steps and you won't have to force yourself anymore to actually stay consistent. It will just be automatic. Most people think that consistency comes from motivation, but that's not true. Motivation is just a spark. It's like when you light a match, it gets out quickly. It doesn't stay burning forever. The same thing with motivation. That's why most people start off strong, but then they quit quickly. For me, the biggest killers of my consistency was boredom and distraction. I would start my workout and then 15 minutes later I would get bored or frustrated and I would start scrolling on my phone. And then the next weeks I would skip some workouts because I didn't see the use of them. And before you know it, I started falling off my consistency. I started falling off my good habits. So the first step in staying consistent is understanding the emotional triggers. What makes you skip? What makes you procrastinate? For me, as I mentioned, it was a lack of excitement. I didn't feel like I needed to do this. I was bored. So then I would skip squats for this workout because I didn't like squats. But recognizing this early helped me plan for it to stay consistent. So step 1 is handling your emotional triggers. Once you know your triggers, you can actually fix them. And this is how it works. Number 1 is making it easy. Just tell yourself, I'm going to do the specific thing for 5 minutes. You just have to try and start doing it. And what you'll actually realize is once you start doing it, it's quite easy to keep on doing it for 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes, even after an hour. So tell yourself, make it easy. Tell yourself, okay, I'll just sit down or I'll just go and do the specific thing for 5 minutes. Number 2 is prepping your work. Actually planning out what you are going to do. Having less decisions to make will give you more energy to actually start doing the task instead of procrastinating or feeling bored and not doing that specific task. Number 3 is having micro goals instead of big goals. Once you are able to recognize those small wins that you take, actually doing the work just for 5 minutes, even if you don't continue, doing it for 5 minutes is a small win. And those small wins will actually help build your momentum and help you stay consistent. And number 4 is tracking your progress. Having pictures, having the numbers of your workouts. Those things that you can see visually will make your brain satisfied because you will actually see that all of this effort that you are putting in is towards something good. You are making progress. And the key is not to rely on motivation, but actually planning for when motivation isn't there. So step 2 is setting up your environment. Your environment can actually help you stay consistent or actually completely destroy it. I used to train randomly, just doing it when I felt like it. So that meant that the distractions were everywhere. My phone was there, TV, friends, all those distractions prevented me from actually going to the gym and actually doing the workouts. So what I started to do was training in the morning. The reason I did this was because I'm fresh in the morning, full of energy. And then I start my day with a big, massive win. And thirdly, that win helped me push through the other tasks of the day because I felt good about myself because I accomplished something so early in the morning and I felt good about the day. I also stretch in the morning, so that small win as well also helps build my discipline to stay consistent when I go and work out and do my other tasks for the day. Other environmental tips is keeping your gear or keeping your equipment that you go to the gym with in plain sight. So when you actually see it, you start thinking about the gym. So you are more likely to actually go to the gym. Another tip is removing distractions where you can. For example, putting your TV off, putting off your laptop, or putting your phone on silent. And what you can also do is make your home environment or your home workspace more supportive of your habits. So start prepping your meals or prepping your water or prepping your gym bag for when you go to the gym. A good environment isn't just nice to have. It's your partner. It helps to stay consistent. And when you set up your environment right, you will start progressing exponentially. You will no longer have so many distractions. You will actually start having a clear mind to make the right decisions. And step 3 is build habit loops. This is where consistency starts to stick. A habit loop has 3 parts. It's the cue, it's the routine, it's the reward. So for example, the cue would be your alarm in the morning. Your alarm goes off at, let's say, 6:30 in the morning. Your routine would be getting up, stretching, putting on your gym clothes, and going to the gym. That's your routine. And then your reward is tracking your progress, having that good feeling of, I actually did something for the day. I accomplished something. That satisfaction that you get from completing a good habit loop. If you do that consistently, your brain starts to associate the cue with the reward automatically. So when you hear your alarm go off in the morning, your brain automatically starts to think of the reward. You automatically start to think, I have to complete my workout for the day so that you can get that satisfaction. Other habit loop tips can be stacking good habits on top of each other. So after brushing your teeth, drink a glass of water. After prepping your breakfast, prep your gym shake. Another habit loop tip is tracking your progress visually. That can be through the calendar, with an app, or even on a piece of paper. Habit loops turn your discipline from feeling like a chore to something that happens automatically. Before I understood all of this, I would skip workouts every other week because of boredom, because of distractions. And when I applied all of these steps, I went from being inconsistent and frustrated every other week to actually killing almost every single gym session for months. I didn't have that guilt. I didn't have so many excuses anymore. I just started doing things more. The key is I relied on my system, the plan that I had, and not the motivation that would run out. And that's one big mistake that most people do. They rely on motivation too much. And then when that motivation goes away, their good habits or their gym progress starts going away. Secondly, they don't set up their environment. When those distractions are there, they easily start falling off the habits. And thirdly, they try going too big too soon. When you try to do everything perfect at your first try, that can be so overwhelming. When you don't make it perfect, it kills all your motivation, all your consistency for the next weeks. So make sure to start small, stack your habits, and scale properly. Here's a simple checklist to fix your consistency. Number 1 is handling your emotional triggers. Number 2 is setting up your environment. And number 3 is building habit loops. Do these consistently, and showing up won't be so difficult anymore. It's all about planning for the days where you don't feel like doing it. Boredom and distraction will always be there. It will always fight with you. But when you have a plan, when you have a system that is structured for when you don't feel like doing the task, you will still end up doing it, even when you don't feel like it. So remember, you become the person you want to be by pushing through the times you want to quit.